We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. The holiday weekend was a violent one in Baltimore. A 12-year-old child among the victims. Coming up, how it is highlighting the juvenile crime crisis. Extreme heat is moving over Maryland for your holiday. We could see triple digits today. Coming up, how long this heat wave will last before rain moves in and cools things down. And travel this holiday could break records. Coming up, when the roads will be their busiest today. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. Happy Labor Day. We have a live look at Ocean City, where a lot of folks are soaking up the final days of summer. And if you are staying just a little bit closer to home, maybe you're visiting the Inner Harbor, be sure to take your water with you. Extreme heat is moving over Maryland. Today through the middle of the week will be the hottest days of the year and possibly record-breaking temperatures. So here are some things you can do to keep yourself safe from the heat. Wear loose, lightweight clothing. Use your oven less to help reduce the temperature in your home. If you're outside, find some shade. Wear a hat wide enough to protect your face. Drink plenty of water to make sure you stay hydrated. Well, now to a city in crisis. It has been a violent Labor Day weekend. At least 9 shootings across the city leaves 1 man dead and multiple others injured. Shannon Lilly brings us a closer look at the cases and how people in the community are responding. Shannon.
And one of those shooting incidents happened here in the heart of Fells Point. Police say officers followed a blood trail that started here along Fleet Street and Broadway. It led them to a gunshot victim along Orland Street and North Central Avenue. And so people we spoke to in this area say they don't feel safe anymore. Listen.
I'm concerned about my safety because no one's safe really nowadays. You have to watch your back. You have to look over your shoulder wherever you go, because this is Baltimore City.
And that reality rang true in areas across the city yesterday. Along with this Fells Point shooting, police say a man was shot in southeast Baltimore and another man shot and killed inside a nightclub. And just days before, on Friday, a 12-year-old was shot outside Dunbar High School. That night, Mayor Brandon Scott addressed the number of guns on the streets of Baltimore.
Senseless, cowardly act of gun violence in our city that strikes a young child who's now in the hospital.
We have to deal with the prevalence of guns in our community, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's the right thing to do.
Now, police report that 12-year-old as being in stable condition, thankfully. Meanwhile, this recent shooting here in Fells Point comes on the heels of more violence. You'll remember back in June, we reported a shooting happening here along Broadway Street. And back in May, a large fight took over Thames Street. Reporting in Fells Point, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
The shooting involving that 12-year-old comes on the heels of several violent incidents involving juveniles this summer. Fox 45 News obtained video of an 11-year-old in handcuffs being released after allegedly stealing a car. Police say he can't face any charges because of his age. In mid-August, 3 teens were arrested after allegedly shooting at police from a stolen car in northeast Baltimore. 2 of those suspects under 18 and have previously been arrested for car theft. And then just last week, a 14-year-old was one of 2 teens arrested in connection with the Brooklyn Homes mass shooting. He was wearing an ankle monitor at the time and is one of 2 preteens apparently under supervision by the Department of Juvenile Services.
It has to be a 24-hour monitoring, 7 days a week. They have to respond if the child is absent or not compliant with the terms of GPS and from detention.
We are literally saying, what do we need to do more rapidly so that kids know right away, you cannot mess around with this. This is serious stuff. And so that's evolving.
Several states' attorneys across Maryland say their hands are tied when it comes to holding young offenders accountable.
What we're realizing when we talk to the young people is that young people, the juveniles, know there's nothing that we can do.
They know that, nothing's really going to happen to them if they keep their crime in a certain limit of types of crime.
They come in, we can't detain them, they're back in the community the next day. They get picked up for the second one, can't detain them. They're back in the community again the next day.
The state's attorneys are taking issue with two laws in particular. The Juvenile Justice Reform Act prevents children 13 and under from being charged with most crimes, and the Child Interrogation Act keeps police from questioning juveniles without a parent and attorney present. Lawmakers had a chance to amend those laws during this year's legislative session and didn't approve any changes. 11:05 now. Here's our look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, traffic alert. Seminary Avenue is closed due to a water main break. An MDOT employee tells Fox 45 News they are trying to get a contractor to fix the road that is buckled in spots, but they don't know when it will be fixed since it is a holiday. They say they didn't notify the state because it is not a state road. Trending number two, the Howard County Superintendent says problems on several school bus routes will be fixed by the time the students return to class tomorrow. The superintendent expects 11 of the 20 bus routes that were temporarily suspended last week to be up and running tomorrow. Families should expect an additional update this afternoon. Pickup routes for students are expected to remain the same. Trending number three, a 65-year-old Anne Arundel County man is arrested for alleged sexual solicitation. Investigators say Louis Barunda engaged in an inappropriate text chat online with someone he thought was a 13-year-old girl, but it was actually an undercover officer. Barunda is currently being held without bond at the Anne Arundel County Detention Center. And trending number four, the countdown is on. The NFL season kicks off this week. The Lions and Chiefs go head-to-head Thursday. Ravens fans will have to wait until Sunday when the team welcomes the Texans to Baltimore. This week kicks off the start to the 18-week season ending in January. The Ravens have high expectations all around. And trending number five, cyclists and fans alike brave the heat for the second annual Maryland Cycling Classic. The 121-mile course began in Sparks and went through Baltimore County, wrapping up at the Inner Harbor around 5 p.m. yesterday. In the end, 22-year-old Matthias Sayelmos of Denmark pulled away for the victory, finishing the course in 4 hours and 26 minutes. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. It is Labor Day. Coming up, we're going to take you inside the kitchen to share some great recipes for your holiday cookout. Calls for change, the new ethics code that Americans want to see for the Supreme Court. And still ahead, it was supposed to be a fun outdoor festival, but it's turned into a disastrous situation. Coming up, how soons could reopen at Burning Man after unexpected rains.
We are looking at a very hot and humid afternoon ahead of us. Actual temperatures will climb through the upper 90s, get awfully close to 100, and it's going to feel like that, so make sure you're staying hydrated. I'll let you know exactly how long this brutal heat wave is going to last and what brings it to an end in just a little bit on Fox 45 News Midday at 11.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:09. We are back with new video. 4 astronauts have returned to Earth from the International Space Station. The SpaceX capsule carrying those 4 astronauts parachuted down into the Atlantic Ocean off of Florida's coast early this morning. Look at that. The crew included 2 NASA astronauts, 1 Russian and 1 astronaut from the United Arab Emirates. They spent 6 months at the International Space Station. SpaceX launched their replacement crew a week ago. Taking a look now at your social stream, a new poll finds 90% of Americans want an ethics code for the U.S. Supreme Court. It comes as Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas ended a months-long saga last week by officially disclosing trips paid for by GOP mega donor Harlan Crow. A UMass Amherst poll conducted a few months ago asked whether the Supreme Court should have a formal code of ethics. About 90% of Americans said it should. Only about 10% said it should not. Here's your reaction. How is it possible that the justices of the highest court are not accountable to a code of ethics and personal conduct policies? Was it believed they would be of such high moral character that even the possibility of them taking personal advantages was never even considered? Another person saying majority should be 100%. Who said, sure, let them take bribes? Well, roads out of the Burning Man Festival may reopen today. Roads in and out of that area have been closed since Saturday after heavy rains covered. They say it shows him creeping through a wooded area just before 2 a.m. Saturday, just over a mile from the prison that he escaped from just days before. He's wearing a white T-shirt, gray shorts, and white sneakers.
What we want to focus on is finding this individual. He's an extremely dangerous person. We're asking the public's help. We believe he possibly could be hiding in the area. And again, like I said, it's a very rural area. We're asking all the neighbors in this area to keep an eye out.
Chester County's district attorney believes he is heading south. Law enforcement officers have been using drones, helicopters, and dogs to locate him. Right now, a Minnesota prison is in emergency lockdown after about 100 inmates refuse to return to their cells. No injuries have been reported, and it remains unclear why they're refusing to return. But according to the state's Department of Corrections, the situation at the Stillwater Correctional Facility is, quote, currently stable. They have since deployed a group of crisis negotiators, and tactical teams are reportedly preparing to enter. In total, roughly 1,200 inmates are being held at that facility. Police in New York City are out with a new controversial surveillance plane this holiday weekend. The department is deploying nearly a dozen security drones to act as their eyes and ears at large festivities for the annual Caribbean Festival. They say it will help strengthen their response to emergency and non-emergency calls.
We'll apply the law when we have to. We'll give people breaks. We'll be compassionate. We'll make arrests when we have to, but firm but fair. We want everyone to have a celebratory weekend with the least amount of enforcement.
Police say they first used this tactic during the Pride Parade earlier this summer. However, the plan has received backlash from privacy and civil liberty advocates who have raised questions about whether it violates existing laws for police surveillance. Developing now in Maui, the official list of those missing from the devastating wildfires is still above 380. That number is largely unchanged from when the FBI first published the list last week. They say since then, nearly 250 people have been located and removed from the list, but a nearly equal number of new names has been added. Hawaii is once again welcoming visitors. The state's tourism authority approved more than $2.5 million for a new marketing campaign aimed at helping communities devastated by last month's wildfires. It comes after House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and a delegation of other U.S. lawmakers toured the damage in Lahaina. Now, coming up tonight at 4, a Fox 45 exclusive interview. We speak to a mother about the crime crisis impacts on children. Plus, another violent weekend in Baltimore, how the violence is deterring people from visiting Charm City. And still no arrest in the Rachel Morin case. We speak to a legal expert about the ongoing investigation. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. It is going to be extremely hot here at home, but in Nevada, it's not the heat, but the rain that is causing problems. Meteorologist Amy Aronson shows us a closer look at the flooding in Nevada. And Amy, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's actually been dry and hot here, but let's head west where they are dealing with the opposite situation, and that's the very heavy rain. Flooding, a major issue in the Las Vegas area as we head through the weekend. So here's a look at some of the incredible images. Here's a look at the monsoon rains that brought major flash flooding to parts of Las Vegas over the weekend. Just crazy amounts of water there flowing through where the buses are driving. And here's a look at some vehicles trying to drive through the floodwaters, which of course you're not supposed to do. Remember, if you ever encounter flooded streets, you always want to find an alternate route. So if we take a look at the weather map, things have calmed down there, no longer under flood watches as that weather maker moves on. For us here in the East Coast, a much drier situation courtesy of high pressure, but it's going to be a hot situation. So this area of high pressure is going to crank in the heat from the south and actually stick around for several days. Let's track our feel like temperatures. Here's a preview of our heat index values. Feeling close to the triple digits this afternoon. Pretty uncomfortable stuff as we head through the remainder of the day. No real changes on Tuesday, just as hot. We'll start off sticky in the morning. We've got upper 70s, low 80s to begin as we zip through the afternoon. Unbearable again. Stifling temperatures, feeling like we're in the triple digits, and actual temperatures not too far off from that. So our actual temperatures will be getting awfully close to current records, if not well above them. Today, for example, we're aiming for a high of 99. Current record stands at 96. Tomorrow, 98 is what we're forecasting. 96 is also the standing record for Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we're in shooting range again with highs in the upper 90s, and that's where the current record stands. So it's important to keep these tips in mind. Hydrate, drink lots and lots of water. Loose, lightweight clothing, highly recommended. If you're going to take your breaks in the shade or the air conditioning. And don't forget to keep an eye on your neighbors and your pets too and make sure they're feeling safe. If you're hoping for some cooling temperatures, just wait. It looks like, according to our Climate Prediction Center outlook, this runs through September 17th. Below average temperatures are on the way eventually by mid-September. But this week, not the case. We have a long stretch of the 90s. This heat wave takes us through Thursday. Some scattered showers and storms show up Friday into Saturday, and that cools us down. We're back in the low 80s by the end of the weekend.
All right, Amy, thank you. When it gets this hot, it is important to know the signs of heat stroke and heat exhaustion. With heat exhaustion, you'll get pale and dizzy. You may be nauseated and you could faint. Now, heat stroke is the most severe form of heat illness. Someone at risk may have a body temperature of more than 105 degrees. They might have a headache, dry, red skin, but aren't sweating. Another sign, a rapid, weak pulse with rapid, shallow breathing. Will show us how you're beating the heat. Scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to foxbaltimore.com/chime-in, where you can upload your pictures and videos. It's powered by Stackla. Still ahead, honoring the Queen. Coming up, how fans paid tribute to the beloved monarch as we are approaching the anniversary of her death. But first, how this Labor Day broke travel records. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. A special tribute to Queen Elizabeth featured her favorite dog breed, corgis. Corgis from across the United Kingdom gathered outside Buckingham Palace Sunday. Their owners were honoring their beloved monarch, who had a special place in her heart for the breed. They were all dressed up in fancy outfits. Look at that. They even wore crowns.
It's a really hard feeling, to be honest, because, you know, we've been to the Jubilee event, we've been to a few more events with corgis, and it's really sad that we don't have this majestic figure among us anymore, but still, Her Majesty the Queen is still in our hearts.
Corgis were Elizabeth's constant companions since childhood. She owned close to 30 during her life. This coming Friday will mark 1 year since Elizabeth's death. It is Labor Day, which typically marks the end of the busy summer travel season, and TSA reports this year broke records. TSA officials expect to screen 11% more passengers over the long weekend compared to this time last year. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg believes U.S. air travel is back in demand. AAA says more travelers are also hitting the highway this Labor Day weekend. If you are heading home today, the best time to travel is after 7 p.m. Time now for your lunch break. If you are grilling today, you'll want to make sure you're being safe. CDC guidelines say you should thaw any frozen meat inside a refrigerator to prevent foodborne illnesses, and make sure you're cooking your meat all the way through. Now, to prevent cross-contamination, keeping raw meat away from cooked foods is a good idea. When it comes to your fruits and veggies, you want to make sure to wash them before eating, and always wash your hands before and after handling food. Well, that's all we have for Fox 45 News at midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Happy Labor Day.
me tell you right now. And by the way, happy Labor Day, everybody.
Hey.
I know Chef Anthony got the grill going now.
Yeah.
More than half of Americans are using the 3-day weekend to get away. A survey by the Vacation reveals 57% of people planned a holiday getaway. That's about 4% more than last year's survey. So where are people going? About 1 in 5 say they're taking a day trip to the beach or the lake.
Yeah.
Chef Anthony, is this a big day for cooking for you and traveling? Tell us what your day looks like.
So I got 2 daughters.
Okay,
So you know what that consists of.
Yes.
Going to the pool.
That's right.
I got a beach right down the street from where we live.
Okay.
So either one of those, whatever they want to do, I got them.
Ladies, see, Chef Anthony must be doing okay.
I was like, wait a minute, I didn't get on this level. I was just trying to get
other
food out
chefs don't
somewhere.
be out. They be
The
working.
chefs be working.
He's like, oh, I'm on the beach. I guess I'll throw some sand
I
down.
gotta step my game up, obviously.
Lady T, what about you?
I don't know.
I mean, you're working, but
I was gonna
normally.
I was gonna go to the beach, but you know what? There's always that beach traffic, and I can't take it. Honestly, I feel like it just takes too long to get to like Ocean City, Virginia Beach, all the places. Like it's like a 3-hour drive, so there's a 7-hour drive. I can't get.
Lady
with it.
T, would you give us? Because I know you're a big Nicki Minaj fan. Let's go, give us a little bit. Let's go to the beach. Can you give us a little bit? Of that?
Let's go to the beach. Let's go get away. Hey, what they gonna say?
Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Okay.
You get 50 seconds of fame.
If
All
you're
right.
staying home and maybe firing up the grill, consider this. A cookout will cost you more this year. Families are estimated to spend about $67 on cookout supplies.
What?
So what are people grilling? Burgers, hot dogs, chicken breasts, and pork chops top the list of the favorite on a survey. When it comes to sides, Southern Living puts together a list of the season's hottest side dishes.
All right.
Number 1, sesame, tomato, and cucumber salad. What?
Oh.
Followed by roasted tomato, macaroni, and cheese. No, and also spicy grilled corn salad and a sweater strawberry tomato salad.
Ew.
Chef, what the heck kind of survey is
What are
this?
they trying
None
to
of those
give
things
us?
are ever in my cookout.
Right. That's gross.
Listen, that means you didn't look as bad as you thought it did.
It's-
You
I
gotta
mean,
spruce it up a
no,
little
I'm
bit.
just saying, they say this is the top of the. I have never had a
definitely not the
roasted
top.
tomato, blah, blah,
You
blah.
don't have corn salad on
No,
your,
what's a sweater
layout?
strawberry? Was
Strawberry
it supposed to
salad?
be sweeter? Was it
Is
supposed
it
to be sweeter?
Yeah.
I was supposed to be sweeter.
Is strawberry salad
Okay.
popular, Chef?
It is.
I like the way that Wendy's.
I guess for
First thing
people
you
who
gotta
live
do
by
a
the
little
beach.
strawberry, feta cheese, a balsamic glaze, a little bit of grapeseed oil, toss that in.
Okay.
Boom. A little bit of, you gotta definitely put a little bit of pink
Okay,
on
wait a
that sea
minute.
salt.
Lady T, I'm sorry. It's the bougie chef.
I was gonna say.
There we go.
I don't know if you heard
if you
him,
live by a beach, if you live by a beach,
He was like,
then
of course we have
he's
strawberry
like, oh,
salads
yes.
out there. And,
Sweeter and sweater
and
strawberries.
corn salad as well. We grow it and then we just make it, obviously.
And don't forget the watercress.
And don't forget the watercress as
Can't forget
well,
the watercress.
darling, okay?
And it's time for you to. Well, here's the question: is it time for you to change out your wardrobe? We've all heard it before. You can't wear white after Labor Day, but just where did that idea come from? According to Marie Claire, the fashion rule can be traced all the way back to the turn of the century, but it still ring true. Now, at the turn of the century, people were still getting their baths together.
And
so
they still were.
They're like, don't wear white
They were so
after.
scared of comments, and they had the plague. The turn of the century had a lot more bigger issues than
Don't wear
wearing
white if you haven't taken a bath in 3 weeks. It was too much information. You can look at people.
Well, we got on white. I mean, I just.
What's your take, Lee? You're a fashionista.
I love fashion. Honestly, Lana Ray and a bunch of other great stylists have said they're throwing the rule book out on this law that you can't wear white after Labor Day. Wear it when you feel like is what they're saying.
Well,
that's what I've heard.
Well, Chef
So,
inhabits
I'm
the
down.
finest restaurants in the country. Chef,
He
what's your
don't
take
stain
on
his
it?
white shirt. He don't stain
Listen,
it.
I only believe in white tops.
Okay.
Anytime I put on white bottoms, somehow, some way, you're gonna get a stain.
Yeah. It's
So
like
I
you're
just try to
asking
stay
for
away
it.
from them.
It's like you're asking for
Now,
it.
that's interesting.
Always.
That's interesting because you actually have your what is that called?
Oh, the chef jacket?
The chef jacket.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I couldn't even wear this until I pulled up.
Oh,
And
okay.
you drive in and guess what happens? You
Well,
still
then all of a
Paul
sudden,
Woodward.
yeah,
You know,
that's exactly
so
what
it's
it
Labor
is.
Day. We're going to see Chef at work with Tiffany coming up. And still ahead, we'll go one-on-one with Grand Slam champion, WWE Grand Slam champion Miz, and chat about all the things fans can expect in the upcoming WrestleMania. And we're talking about looking and feeling your best coming up, the new skin care treatment that's loved by Hollywood's celebrities. Oh, look at her. I'm sorry about that. Look at him. I don't
The Firm.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Great skin just doesn't help you feel your best. It can also help with self-esteem. Today, Julie Moran brings back a popular skincare product that is loved by both men and women. Here she is with today's deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
Ladies, let's all admit it. What do we want? Beautiful, radiant skin. But sometimes going to the dermatologist or a facialist can be very expensive. I've got something for you. 5 minutes a day to great skin. It's called Solar Wave. You just flip it on and it's amazing. This red light therapy, that's all the rage right now. And this is what I do. I come home after a stressful day and I just sit and watch TV. I actually want to do it for more than 5 minutes. Now, skin treatments, they can be painful too. This is not. This just saves you money because you're getting this inexpensive red light therapy at home, and it's clinically proven. There are 4 non-invasive, I love it around the eyes too, skin boosting technologies. Microcurrent, you see that, light therapy, facial massage, and therapeutic warmth. It feels so good. It smooths fine lines, decreases, which we all have, puffiness right here, and blemishes. It takes care of those too. So I want you to know that 97% of people that reported their skin looked healthier and more hydrated after using Solar Wave for 14 days. And you're going to have to jump on this because this sells out. So head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
WrestleMania 40 is coming to Philadelphia April 2024. Tickets are on sale now, you guys. Here to tell us more about the 40th anniversary of the show of shows is WWE Grand Slam champion, The Miz. Welcome to the show. Oh, great one. How are you?
Thank you very much. What an introduction. That's the type of introduction I like to hear.
Of
course.
I like to feel it. Only the best for the best, my good sir. Hello. Okay, so it's hard to believe that WrestleMania is entering its 40th year. I can't even believe I'm saying that. 40th year. So why do you think fans have tuned in for 4 decades?
I think it's the larger-than-life characters. I mean, me growing up, I liked Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant. It's the fan interaction that I think really gravitates us and makes us different than everything else. Not only the larger-than-life character, not only the soap opera-like storylines, but the fan interaction. They boo who they hate. They cheer who they love. Kind of sucks that I'm the guy that they boo. But, you know, I'll take it with a grain of salt.
Now, what makes Philadelphia the ideal place for the showcase of the Immortals?
Philadelphia is like a hardcore place. They enjoy hardcore stuff. And so with WrestleMania coming, we're not just doing one night. We're doing April 6th and April 7th. We're doing Saturday and Sunday. And I think it's going to be absolute pandemonium. It's going to be something you're going to want to watch. It's definitely for the entire family.
That's amazing. Okay, now you've main evented WrestleMania in the past. How does it feel to be on the grandest stage of them all?
There's nothing quite like it. You know, whenever you walk out to 80,000 people booing you, there's nothing quite like it. Most people wouldn't like that. I enjoy it. I think it's fun, and I'll probably make them boo me more.
Right. Listen, I remember you from the Real World days, then the Real World Road Rules Challenge Day, the Gauntlet, the Inferno, when The Miz was on the rise. I remember you from that time. It seems like no challenge is too hard for The Miz. So what's your plans for WrestleMania 40?
Well, last year I was the host, and I was just supposed to host, and then I ended up having like 2 matches. I took on Pat McAfee, and George Kittle got involved, and then the next night I took on Shane McMahon, and who got involved? Snoop Dogg. And then he proceeded to give me a people's elbow. It's crazy. You never know what's going to happen, but I guarantee you're going to take moments that will last a lifetime, and that's what it's all about.
And we're all looking forward to it. So where can we go get tickets?
You get tickets at Ticketmaster.com. It's crazy that it's August, and we're talking about WrestleMania in April, but that's how big an event it is. You have to put tickets on sale early, and so we're looking for a huge, huge opening day.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Miss. It was awesome talking to you. Thank you so much.
Very good.
And give my love to Maurice. I love her so much as well, and the family, okay?
I will. Thank you very much.
WrestleMania 40 is Saturday, April 6th and 7th, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Tickets are on sale right now. And don't forget, you can watch WWE Friday Night SmackDown Fridays at 8 p.m. right here, y'all, on Fox 45.
Still ahead, there's still time to get out and enjoy the holiday. We'll show you an outdoor oasis in Baltimore County. And we'll go inside the kitchen and share some perfect recipes for your Labor Day cookout. Stick around.
Nice.
And that's a promise.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, you guys. All right, so the holiday weekends are the perfect time for cheap meals. Joining us now is celebrity chef Anthony Thomas. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing, okay? I'm doing. Everything smells good. I am excited. Okay, so let's talk, because you've been on reality TV.
Yep.
You are the ultimate celebrity chef, right? Okay, so what's it been like, the popularity? You're featured in everything, in the DMV area, sir. What's it been like?
You know, honestly, I try not to really pay too much attention to it. I just aim to please every customer I walk in their home, execute these amazing dishes.
Okay.
And I'm out.
Okay, that's exactly, because he's on boats, y'all. He does dinner cruise. He did like cruises too.
Yeah.
He does everything. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Okay, all right, so talk to me about this new book that you have coming out. It's a recipe book, correct?
Yep.
Okay, tell me about it.
So it's called Deliciously Naughty.
Oh, okay.
So you know how like you just get this urge to have this cheat meal, you just have that sweet tooth, or you're like, I just want to eat something with sauce, butters, creams. That's what we're here for.
Okay,
so
okay. The
that's
goods.
what I got. I got a couple dishes right here that came straight from the book.
Okay.
And it makes you want to go to the gym afterwards because you feel slightly guilty.
You feel very guilty, very naughty. I like the words you're using here. Okay, sir. Okay, so tell me what we have here. What is this?
So,
because this is
Maryland staple right here.
It smells amazing.
Mini crab bites, but I triple glazed them. I got my cougar glaze.
Okay.
We got a seafood rumla sauce, and then we got a cucumber dill mayo.
Whoa,
So-
cucumber dill.
Yes.
Okay, that's definitely, it's giving like holiday cookout kind of.
Absolutely.
I love that. Anything with dill sauce is amazing too. Okay,
sure.
what's this over here? Because I'm intrigued, sir. I thought it was a PB&J sandwich.
Oh, it is.
It is.
But we spruced it up a little bit.
What did you do?
What is that one ingredient that they always say takes every dish up?
Bacon.
Bingo.
It has to be bacon. I swear by bacon, y'all. Okay, so you put bacon in this PB&J?
Bacon.
What? It's giving the bacon glisten, so I kind of understand where it's coming from there.
So you got almond butter.
Okay.
A little bit of grape preserves. And then you got applewood smoked bacon.
Oh, okay. And did you toast it or anything, or what did you do? You just...
I didn't toast these.
Okay.
But if you want to toast it, you get messy, honestly.
Okay.
So I don't want to get too messy. I just want to enjoy a nice, hearty dish.
Okay, I love it. Okay, you know, everybody loves seafood and everybody loves the PB&J. These are definitely easy meals I feel like that we can try. Tell everybody how they can find out more about your book and everything else that you're doing.
Yep, so look, this is my 9th book. All you have to do is go to Amazon, type in Chef Anthony Thomas. You type that in, all of the books pop up. I got books for kids, all the way from 1 all the way up to 60 years old.
What?
There's a book on there for you.
Okay, excellent. Okay, fantastic. And I'm gonna definitely have to try one of these out too. I don't have any allergies or anything like that. I'm definitely gonna make sure I try that. I have to. I don't have a choice at this point, right? I gotta try it out. And then I'm gonna say, Mark, I'm gonna save you one too. Oh my God, pancakes are amazing. Thank you so much, Chef Anthony Thomas. I really do appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right, now over to Jasmine with the weather.
Happy Labor Day. We are getting ready for a very hot day as temperatures reach 93. That's well above our average of 84 for this time of year. So make sure that you are practicing heat safety. It's not unusual to have temperatures in the 90s this late in the year. In fact, September 9th is our average last 90-degree date. Our last 80-degree date is on October 11th. Mid-November is when we have our last date in the 70s on average. And then for December, we see our average last 60-degree date. So we'll have those lower temperatures on the way, but until then, make sure that you are practicing heat safety. Stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water. Also wear loose, light-colored clothing. Take breaks in the shade or AC if you plan on being outside, and make sure to check in on neighbors and pets. When we talk about temperatures close to the mid-90s, that concrete temperatures gets close to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and the asphalt temperature will be even higher, close to 155 degrees Fahrenheit. So a good rule of thumb is to place your hand on the concrete for 5 seconds, and if it's too hot for you, then it is too hot for your pets. The sun sets at 7:42 p.m., and we continue to lose daylight as we head to the first day of fall and then the first day of winter. By December 21st, that first day of winter, the sun rises at 7:22 a.m. and it sets before 5 p.m. So enjoy the daylight while we have it. As we head into the afternoon, our temperatures will reach the low to mid-90s. We'll have plenty of sunshine around the state, but the hot weather continues to last for the next few days. We're looking at the low 90s tomorrow. Then we'll be in the low 90s again on Wednesday and Thursday. We get a little bit of a break from the heat on Friday with highs around 86. Then we're talking 86 again on Saturday with plenty of sunshine. High temperatures will be above average in the upper 80s on Sunday, again with plenty of sunshine as the weekend ends.
We have a multitude of water sports activities visitors can enjoy here at Miami Beach. We have paddleboard rentals, kayak rentals, and pedal boat rentals. So Miami Beach is actually located in Bowley's Quarters, Maryland. It's very close to also Middle River, Maryland. Tips for picnicking, especially on the weekends, show up earlier rather than later. They are first come, first served. So if you show up early, you can typically get one. If not, picnicking here on the beach or in the open grassy areas is also a great time. During the middle of the week here, picnicking is pretty quiet. So if you don't like crowds, I definitely recommend coming to these beaches, you know, Monday through Friday. It's pretty quiet, peaceful, calm. Beachgoers can preserve our natural ecosystem by simply really cleaning up after themselves, not walking off the, the paths and designated trails. And if you see any wildlife, just let it be. You know, there are going to be snakes and fish and birds and things like that that might come into the swim area, come up onto the sand. Just let them be. They'll leave you alone if you leave them alone. So a new unique water sports program that we're actually offering is our Kayak Share program. So you can visit 4 different sites, Miami Beach being one of them, Rocky Point Park and Beach, Marshy Point Nature Center, and the Lock Raven Fishing Center. There's 12 different varying kayaks. If you join the program, you can take them out during operating hours. It's $200 per person, and our season kind of can vary between the different sites. So it can either be from Labor Day to Memorial Day at the beaches, and then May through September at the other 2 sites. We really need staff. We're hiring for cashiers, assistant managers, and lifeguards here at the beaches. If you're looking for summer employment, the best website to go to is going to be the BaltimoreCountyMD.gov website, and go to the jobs section, and that's how you apply. hours for Miami Beach are going to be from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and then outside of that, it's going to be from 8 a.m. to sunset. So we have an entrance fee. On the weekdays, it's $5 per person. If you're first responder or senior, then it's going to be $4. And then on the weekends, it's going to be $6 per person, and then that discount for the first responders and seniors is $5 per person. To learn more about Miami Beach, you can go to the Baltimore County MD.government website, search Miami Beach, and that'll have all of our different fees for entrance and rentals and all that good stuff.
And we got a great show lined up for tomorrow. It can be cost-effective and even fun to tackle some home DIY projects, but not everything can be done yourself. Coming up on tomorrow's show, to know when it's time to call in the pros.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
Well, enjoy your Labor Day. Thanks for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great one. Enjoy the food. Be safe. Have a little barbecue for me, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.